My mom was a head. Rhymes with back, starts with cr. You get what I'm saying? And let's talk about how I got arrested from something that happened 8 years ago, and my mother is now unalived. So I was driving on a decent day in Philadelphia. We driving down 2nd and Girard, right? If you know, you know. And I make this left turn. Now, I didn't realize or know or see any signs at the time. And then I see the light change and I just made this left turn. However, it was an illegal turn. So, lights start flashing behind me. So I'll pull over so they can pass me because you couldn't be coming for me. Like, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm confused. I tried, to let them pass. I even put my hand out the window and was like, go ahead, go around me. Like, you got it. Like, it's enough room. And they never moved. And so I'm like, well, let me keep driving then. So I keep driving, and then I hear the real, and I'm like, that might mean that's for me. Let me pull over. So I'm nervous, right? I'm a little nervous because I don't do the polices. You know what I'm saying? I'm still black in America. So they come to my window. Hey, illegal turn, license please. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even realize that was happening. Like, my bad. And they take my license, go run. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. We're gonna be out of here in just a moment. Like, don't you worry. And they didn't come back for 10 minutes. So I started making phone calls. Had to call my bookie butt. Like, hey, babe, the police got me pulled over and they ain't come back to the car yet. And like, I'm a little nervous. I don't really know what that means because it should just be a quick ticket and we should go. Like, shouldn't be a whole bunch of rah-rah. Well, they come back to the window and they say, hey, so we need you to step out the vehicle because there's a warrant out for your arrest. I said, I'm sorry. A what? Do I look like I do things to create warrants for my arrest? It was like, well, no, but unfortunately, you are Marcus and this is what it says, so like we have to take you in. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, what happened? I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, explain yourself. He was like, did you get in a fight or anything? Have you ever been in a bar fight? I said, a bar fight? You think I was in a bar fight? That's hilarious. No, I've never been in a bar fight, sir. He was like, well, it says 2017. And I'm like, 2017? And then it clicked. On this night in 2017, my mom was doing a lot of, okay? And she snapped out and she tried to unalive me and attack me. And so, in order for me to save myself, I ran out the crib. Okay, I ran and I just wanted to leave the house for the night or whatever. However, I needed to go back for my stuff. So I went down to the station and I was like, hey, listen, like, there's some rough stuff going on at the crib. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be safe. But it was like, yeah, then you should press charges. They kind of like pushed me to press charges like against my mom. And I was like, okay. I don't really want to do that. Like, I would rather you just put her in like a state sanctioned like rehab so she can get herself together. They didn't even do none of that. So we get to court like 2 weeks later, not even. I'm like, girl, drop the charges. I just wanted this to be over with. Like, I don't want to do that and like press charges against my mom. Lo and behold, I did not know that she countercharged. Meaning she tried to also press charges against me. So the reason they had a warrant out for my arrest was for simple assault. I said, I'm sorry. Where did the assault happen exactly? Because I was trying to save my own life. Mind you, no cops were called to the scene. Nobody went to the hospital. Like, it was all of a 10-second, like maybe a 4-minute kind of situation, and I like exited the situation as soon as possible. Bet, okay, this is what the reason is. It got me in these handcuffs, and I'm like, listen, all of a sudden, like, I'm a little fat. Like, can you put my hands like in the front because this is uncomfortable. Like, I don't think I need to be like hurting or nothing. Like, it's hurting my wrists. Like, she's like, oh, we'll be there in a minute. Da, 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 da. I'm like, girl, I didn't ask you that. I asked you to move the fucking handcuffs because, like, what you think I'm gonna choke you? Like, come on. But I realized that criminals would be doing criminal stuff, and like at the time they could only see me as one thing that was a criminal, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is not happening. So I get to the station or whatever, and I'm looking all crazy. I'm being all properly mannered and everything because I don't really know what this means or if it helps for me to be appropriately mannered in this space. I was like, listen, I ain't never been here before. Can y'all make sure y'all don't like put me in a cell with nobody crazy? You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm leaving tonight. I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage left. Right? And I said if I ever went to jail, I was always gonna find me the biggest joint. Like, I need the biggest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna become his favorite so that I am safe inside of the bars. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have no problems because you gotta talk to Big Sean about me. You know what I'm saying? They put me in the cell with like a little skinny YN, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is great. He's sleeping in the corner. But then I realized that like there's no water. The toilet and everything is like right there in the middle of the room. Cause like I never been to jail, girl. Why would I care? Okay, I thought holding, I don't know what I thought holding was. I didn't care to find out. So I'm in holding, right? And I'm like, I'm hungry. Like, y'all gotta feed us in here, right? So they're like, yeah, we got bread and cheese sandwiches. Unless you're diabetic, you can get, peanut butter and jelly. Explain to me why the bread and cheese, the cheese is this thick. When have you ever seen a block of cheese, a slice? Something supposed to be a slice of cheese? It was this thick. No water. So I'm eating bread and thick cheese with nothing to drink. Cause they was like, oh, you can drink out the toilet. Cause it was like a fountain attached to this like toilet construction. And I was like, out the toilet? Give me a bottle of water. What are you saying? It was like, oh, we don't give out bottles of water no more because the heads be here shoving the bottles in the toilet. I said, but do I look like a head? No. No, I don't. No, I don't do drugs. So I wouldn't be shoving no bottles in the toilet. What concern is that to me? 12 hours of that, y'all. 12 hours. I thought I was gonna lose my mind. I was in there building stuff with my jacket because they take all the strings and stuff out of your pants and all your shoestrings and everything. You just like, they don't want nothing crazy to happen, I guess. So I'm in here playing with my jacket, building stuff, tying it into knots, trying to get my mind right, trying to keep myself together because ain't nobody gave me no information. We was going in and out of these different rooms. I do not suggest. I finally get my release papers. They give me this $10,000 bond or something like that. And they're like, yeah, you gotta be at court in a week or two or whatever. And I'm like, court, drop the case is closed. She is deceased. Drop the case, girl. There's no case. There's nothing to talk about. Well, they took me through that for a month. I had to go to one court case. They didn't give me any clarification or any information. We sat there for like 5 hours. Then I come back to the second case and, the DA is like, we're not going to press charges against him for his dead grandmother. Like, this is crazy. And like, I could tell she was definitely like 27 and just got out of like law school because this was clearly a joke to her. She was laughing about this entire situation. Long story short, case closed, okay? Record being expunged because I am not a criminal. Right, exactly. To my mother who was a head, forget you, man. Forget you, dog. Because I didn't deserve to experience that. I did not. I was very scared for my life. And if I would have had to be in jail or anything crazy like that, like, you might not have seen me ever again. Because I'm just not going, you feel me? Like, I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a story about how I got arrested because my mother was a head. All of that from 8 years ago. Apparently there was a warrant for 8 years. And you telling me you couldn't find me, the same person that's been on the news, in Philadelphia magazines, being featured on the news, you couldn't find me? Y'all lying. Anyway, thanks for listening to my story today, folks. And I will see you again very soon. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share because you like me. Bye.